Lots of trades from both baseball and football to tell you about, but let's start on the field first. The LA Angels' Ervin Santana has authored the third no-hitter of the Major League Baseball season in the Angels' 3-1 triumph over Cleveland, striking out 10. The Seattle Mariners finally won again after a 17-game losing streak. They posted a 9-2 drubbing of the New York Yankees in New York. The Houston Astros snapped a 5-game losing streak with a 4-2 win over the Cardinals. The Astros, with 2 runs in the ninth inning, both charged to Mitchell Boggs, who took the loss. Albert Pujols struck out to end the ballgame in the bottom of the ninth inning. Starter Chris Carpenter, 7 innings and 2 runs allowed. 7:15 start time tonight. 10-4 Jaime Garcia versus 6-7 Wandy Rodriguez on the air on 103.5 ESPN at 6:20, the final game of a 4-game set. The Cards made a big trade yesterday, sending center fielder Colby Rasmus to Toronto for Edwin Jackson, who was moved with Mark Teahen from the White Sox to the Blue Jays. And the White Sox get former SIU pitcher Jason Frazier and another pitcher in return. The Cardinals also sent away Trevor Miller, P.J. Walters, Brian Talbot, and they receive in return with Jackson Octavio Dotel, outfielder Corey Patterson, and another relief pitcher, Mark Zepchinski. Jackson, the major piece of the puzzle, has a .500 record and an ERA close to 4. Here he is.
This is a great group of guys here, and just coming in tonight, catching the end of the game. It's a lot of energy on this team, and it's an honor. You know, it's a pleasure to be thrown into the mix with a great group of guys and fighting for a playoff spot.
Jackson, the trade deadline is July 31st. The Milwaukee Brewers blanked the Cubs yesterday 2-0. Milwaukee takes a half-game lead over the Cardinals for first in the NL Central. The Pirates are 1.5 back. They lost to Atlanta. Another extra inning game down at Turner Field. Final 2-1 in 10. The White Sox are climbing up in the AL Central. They're still in third, but they're only 4.5 games back after they defeated the Detroit Tigers yesterday 2-1. Another huge baseball trade. The Mets will send Carlos Beltran to the San Francisco Giants. The Mets get highly touted pitching prospect Zach Wheeler and others in return. The Miners won in 10 last night, 3-2. They gave up the go-ahead run in the top of the 10th inning. 2 outs, bottom of the 10th inning. Looked like it was all over, but a furious rally started, and Sam Wiley capped it off with an RBI single for the walk-off Southern Illinois Miners winner. The Miners in the normal Corn Belters again at Rent One Park tonight, 7:05. Yesterday, over 50 players showed up at ROP for the Reds tryout. NFL, think the lockout for the craziness. Here we go. The New York Jets have agreed to terms on a 5-year deal with Santonio Holmes, who's regarded as the top wide receiver available in this year's free agent class. Not anymore. Former Vikings wide receiver Sidney Rice agrees to a deal with Seattle. The Vikings are getting quarterback Donovan McNabb for a pair of 6th-round draft picks in a trade. Albert Haynesworth leaves Washington to join New England in a trade that gives the Skins a late-round draft pick in 2013. Reggie Bush will be traded from the Saints to the Miami Dolphins. Matt Leinart goes to the Houston Texans on a free agent signing. D'Angelo Williams will return with the Carolina Panthers. He's their career-leading rusher. And former SIU QB Chris Deaker agrees to terms with the Pittsburgh Steelers.